Hi everyone. Have you ever had anybody talk to you or talk down about your diagnosis or diagnoses? I actually just got off the internet looking up Crohn's disease with gastroparesis. I seen some little like on wellness, health and wellness, people discussing among themselves about Crohn's disease and gastroparesis, but not really anybody saying that they were actually diagnosed with both. I did find something where there was a clinical trial done, and they had 4 women with Crohn's disease and gastroparesis, but the Crohn's was inactive, and one with ulcerative colitis with gastroparesis. So that was the only thing that I found. And I have Crohn's disease, active Crohn's disease, severe, with gastroparesis. And I've had my large intestines removed, my rectum, and my surgeon went ahead and took out my appendix. So I already wasn't using my large intestines because it was all diseased anyway, but I've had my ostomy since 2011. So, I guess people get the misconception about our disease, and they want to act like and talk like that they know what it is that we go through. Our cans and can'ts, our surgeries, what puts more limitations on us, some of the things that we have to do so we can live. If it wasn't for my ostomy, I wouldn't be here. I just had a recent surgery for the gastroparesis, and that put more limits on me. And I'm not a good person to have restrictions, but you know, this new stimulator is pulling on the reins with me, and so I'm having to deal with that. But trying to find somebody else that's got gastroparesis and Crohn's disease is kind of hard. I mean, people have Crohn's disease and other things, and there's some other diseases out there that I never heard of until I started following other people. And then there's people that's got Crohn's disease and something else, or gastroparesis and something else, and we're all on different little, we're all on different things. Not everybody's got gastroparesis has had the surgery that I've had, and not everybody that's had Crohn's has had the surgeries that I've had. And we all are just kind of like learning from one another. And I, for one, would never doubt anybody's illness. And when people talk about how we are and how we're sick, or what our limitations are, and not understanding how debilitating that Crohn's or gastroparesis is, or not realizing that it knocks years off of our life, or that we go through so many surgeries, or some of us do. Not everybody that has Crohn's disease will go through a surgery. They could go their whole life and never have one. And then there's some of us like me that has a surgery almost every year, or a couple of surgeries every year. And we may never wake up from it. And, you know, it wears on us. And, you know, it takes a lot out of us to recoup. And, you know, a big surgery like that wears on you. And, you know, it's your digestive tract. It's not something like your arm or your leg that, this is how you eat, and drink. So it does really affect your life, I don't know, I think I just get really irritated, because if I could work, I would go work. Trust me, I would. I don't know how people who have never worked didn't work. I like having a routine. I like going to work. But that being said, I think people think that, for one, they don't know enough about our disease to actually make a statement. There are different levels of Crohn's disease, and not everybody's is severe, and not everybody's is, just a touch of Crohn's, and it may get worse as they get older. Mine hit me really hard, and pretty sure I've had it my whole life. And the gastroparesis, just another knock on my, just something else to knock me down. I mean, I've been treated for it for over 3 years, and finally got a diagnosis and got the real treatment that I needed. So you already have one diagnosis that deals with the digestive system, and then you get another diagnosis that's even harder on your digestive system. And people don't realize how hard that is on a person. When, first of all, you have a lot of bowel obstructions, you do a lot of vomiting, you're sick with your stomach already with Crohn's disease, and then on top of that, you got gastroparesis. So now you're throwing up, you're not having any output through your ostomy, just like you do with Crohn's disease. You go to the ER, well, you're not dehydrated because you're hydrating yourself, so you don't get dehydrated. And so the ER doctors or nurses are just thinking, oh, she's just here for drugs. No, I'm not there for drugs. I want you to make sure I'm not having an obstruction. And because they don't find anything, so they don't think anything's wrong with me. Well, there's something not right, because there's nothing coming out of my bag, and hasn't for all day. So they still, they still mess with you, and we don't have no output, but there should be. It's kind of a brain tease, and so there has to be something to get to the root of it. And I would call my surgeon on call, and would get straight admitted to the hospital and get tested ran. And that's when I got into the motility clinic right away. So when I talked to my surgeon the other day, he had walked in, and he said something, and I think I said this in another video. He had said something to me. He said, well, how are you feeling? And I said, I'm alright. He goes, you just be nice. And I said, okay, I feel like crap. I'm nauseous. So he I don't know what the word is I'm looking for right now. I'm having, they call it brain fog. I call it sun-timers. He acknowledged the fact that I'm sick. And people need to acknowledge that those of us that are that have Crohn's disease, gastroparesis, there's another one, pseudo-obstruction or something like that. I can't think of it. It is an illness, and yes, it's invisible. If you could see it, you really wouldn't want to see it. But we are sick, and I said something to him about how my Crohn's has really taken its toll on my body, and he he stopped me and he said, well, your gastroparesis has taken a lot out on you too. And it has. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I didn't look my age. My daughter and I would be together and they'd ask if we were sisters. And so, look at me now. I've gained weight. I look older. And the disease does. I mean, you can't have a disease and look good. I'm sorry. I don't go around and put makeup on. I might put makeup on and make myself feel a little bit better, but when I do, it's usually just eyeliner, mascara, and blush, and that's it. But our diseases, you know, they're debilitating. Doesn't matter what time you go to bed. You usually have insomnia, and you're in bed and you don't want to get up. I mean, you have so much pain because it's not only in your stomach. It's not just a digestive tract issue. Crohn's isn't. It affects everything, and it affects the biggest organ in your body, and it's your skin. And so I have my skin. I have sores in my mouth. I have pain in my joints and my muscles. I mean, people seriously need to educate themselves. I mean, we're trying to educate them, but we can't force somebody to listen or to read if they don't want to. But I have some little memes that I'm going to post, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I like posting them. Thank you. You guys have a good evening.